Hello everyone, the trading card collector with an X-Men 97 trading card video today. It is funny that this is the first video I'm doing with my new mat because I just got a one-piece mat. I normally do one-piece openings, but it just so happens that today I wanted to open this X-Men 97 box. Now this is a set that has been released in 2025 as far as I know. I didn't know this existed until a few hours ago. I just was walking outside in my neighborhood and I realized there was actually a game card, a card shop in my neighborhood that I had never seen. And I bought a couple of things, even though these boxes are on the pricey side. This one I think was like 150, but I'm a big X-Men fan. I did love the original X-Men cartoon as a kid growing up, and I did love the new revival as well, X-Men 97. So yeah, I think I paid like 150, 160 for this one. So I definitely looking forward to see what these cards look like. I have no idea other than this one. I assume this one is one of the cards. I have no idea what this look like, except that it's just from Topps and it's from X-Men. So we're going to find out together if you've never seen this either. So let's see what we have from this new Topps set and take a look at these cards. And I'm assuming because it's in one of these boxes that it's going to have at least one big hit inside. When I open it, I'm assuming I'm going to know because of how different it looks from the rest, but I'm going to have no idea of how good of a hit it is because I have not looked at the card list. I've not really done anything on this, any research on these new cards from Topps, but they did have a bunch of new sets from like comic book properties and other IPs that I really like an X-Files one, which I'm probably going to get soon as well. So I did get one of these X-Men 97 and one from like a Marvel Chromium set that I will open in the next video. And let's see what we have right here. So okay, so regular boosters, 5 cards per pack. Big cardboard there at the bottom. That is annoying. You know, it just gives the box a bit more heft. You think you're getting more cards, but no, a chunk of that. That's just as thick as a pack, isn't it? It just feels like, yeah, it is exactly as thick as a pack. It feels like they just scamming you out of one full pack. Okay, but it does say, I'm assuming it says 12 packs in the box somewhere here. I didn't really check. I just found a box and I said, I'll have it. 12 packs per box, 5 cards per pack, 2 gold cards per box. I'm confused by that statement, no purchase necessary. I wonder if there's a redeem that you have to do of sorts. Okay, X-Men 97. So here's a set. Here we have our 12 packs. 3 different designs with Jean Grey, Cyclops, and Magneto. I'm surprised there's no Wolverine there, but no. All right. It has been a while since I've opened something that is not One Piece or Dragon Ball related. So yeah, especially I do love the some of the very old trading cards as from the X-Men. I think it was Fleer Ultra. They did some really cool cards a long time ago. I think like in the 90s or even early 2000s. But then yeah, I don't think that company exists anymore. They had some very cool designs, and what I really like about those is that the sets, they had brand new art for the sets. A lot of these new X-Men or Marvel or DC sets I've seen lately is just recycle art from the comics, and I would rather just have like someone creating brand new art for these sets and not just recycle art. Like I recently saw a new Superman set, a new Superman card set that has been just released or is about to be released, and I was looking at it and it's just panels from the comics and that's it, right? Like say like I recall there was like a Perry White card, and I saw like one of the John Byrne's Perry White drawings from like the Man of Steel revival, like in the 80s. So yeah, no new art whatsoever. So I wonder if this is going to be new art or something just taken from the series. Alright, so these are the backs. Gambit, Exodus, Storm, Mr. Sinister, and that's Valerie Cooper, I believe. Yes, Valerie Cooper. Alright, let's look at the front. Well, the front is exactly the same. Okay, but it does have some nice chromium quality to it. I do not know what the rise means right there, though. And that is not something all of them have. Okay, so this is your first card. Just going to take a look at it. So it is not, yeah, it's thicker than like a TCG card, but it's definitely not as thick as like the usual Chinese sets I'm used to. But it does have like a nice chromium quality to it. And that is Val Cooper from the cartoon, Mr. Sinister. That was pretty nice. This is a Mr. Sinister, pretty fucked up right there. Also same sort of chromium treatment. I'm assuming this is going to be the same for all of them. There is a different variety, PO16. Previously in X-Men, as from the original series, I'm assuming. And the revival. Now let's look. Storm, Aurora Monroe. Also pretty cool, like mirror-like. The Uncanny X-Men, of course. You know, nothing like setting the world on fire here in terms of layout and design, but it does have some decent quality on it. Let's move this all a little bit so I can keep having those here. And we have an Exodus and a Gambit next. Ultimates. Don't know why he has the Ultimates brand. That is like the name of the Avengers in the Ultimate Universe, right? And this one says Masters. I don't really know what all those names means. Different names, different tiers. Card 12, theme U12. Card 32, theme M1. It does say common right there, so I'm assuming those are all common cards. So I still don't really understand what the label on top means. But the cards, I'm assuming all of these are common, are pretty cool. That one should also say common right there. And I wonder about those. Short print, theme S1. So that one, this one apparently is not common. And this one, I don't know if it has anything in it. Not that I can see. So alright, so all of these apparently are commons. This one seems to be a different tier, which kind of shows as well, right? Oh, well, that was one pack. 5 cards. I do like you have 5 packs. 5 cards per pack. That is nice. Oh, North Star. Character of North Star. Excellent. The Blob. Finest Destroyers. The Blob. This one also has like a very mirror-like frame. It seems sort of like the others, but it feels a bit bigger. Let's take a look. That one is also a common. Theme D4. I have no idea what the themes is, but that is card 47. So it seems to indicate a relatively large base set. Another Ultimates. Araki from the Shi'ar Empire. Advisor to Queen Lilandra. Ooh, and a cool storm right there. Araki. Common card, number 13. And this one, I wonder if this is one of the cool ones you're supposed to get 2 per box on. Top Finest Storm. It seems pretty similar to the other one. RI3. Yeah, I'm going to assume that this is one of the cool ones. That image though on the back is exactly the same. So that does feel a bit cheap. This is actually it's not exactly the same, it's very, very similar though. But there are some differences on the hair, I believe. So it's like maybe close, but not quite. Okay, so we got 2 what I'm going to assume is this is a pretty cool one. With all the lightning bolts and everything. And okay, next one's Cloak, from Cloak and Dagger. And North Star, one of the first openly gay superheroes, I believe, in the Marvel comic book universe. That is common and uncommon. That one is a bit damaged in the corner. Yeah, and then people complain about him being gay, and they just... Because he had AIDS for a while, and they're doing the original AIDS epidemic. And then they tried to say, like, oh no, he's actually from like a fairy world or something. And he has a disease because he's been living on a world for too long. And it's just some bullshit explanation like that. And finally, they finally retconned that afterwards. They're like, oh yeah, no, he's gay. But yeah, there was a weird period for Alpha Flight. Oh, Peter Parker, like Spider-Man from the animated series. That one, oops, that one got stuck right there. Cameo, that one is a common cameo. Then we have another one of these, Greatest Hits, not another one, this is new. Greatest Hits, Professor X. GM15, so that is... I thought it was similar to the Sinister one because it's also horizontal, but it isn't. And this is the Beast. Also seems to have similar treatment to that Storm, except this one is just like a weird square refraction right there, as opposed to the X logo that we had here in the background. But that one cannot be a common one, right? Short print. So that is the same as this. Oh, no, not that one. Same as this one. Short print. So we have two of those. This one looks a lot cooler than the Storm one, though. Look at that. Look at those details. Oh wait, I didn't notice that. That one's numbered. It has a serial number, right? Number 56 out of 97. Well, that is a random number to have. So as we have a serialized card of Beast. That is pretty awesome. None of these other ones are serialized out. It is difficult. It's not straightforward to see because of the refraction. You can sort of miss it as I did. But hey, it's a number card. That's cool. The Storm one was not numbered. Neither of them, unless I missed it too. No, I don't see it. Assuming those are not numbered. Oh, right. Magneto. I really like Magneto in the X-Men 97 revival. I am really looking forward to season 2. This is also a... No, that one is so rare. Because I was about to say, this one looks pretty awesome for a common card. But this one is so rare. So still, within all those tiers right there, and then Rise. Cypher. That one is also a common. Yeah, because this one is like gold-ish, but I don't know if that's just because of the X in the back or something else. But let's put the rare over here. It's a different one. And open pack number 4. Master Mold. It has the same X in the background that Magneto did, but it is not gold, it's bronze. So I wonder if that one is a common. That one is a common. Number 43 for a common card. Jubilee. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look at that up. That is bugging me. Why do some have like the Ultimates logo there? Also a common. Before and after one. Storm with her original suit and the mohawk hair, and then with the original comic book costume. So that one is just like the Mr. Sinister. The Crimson Dynamo. That's not really an X-Men. Not really an X-Men guys, more like an Iron Man baddie. But let's see, the focus comes online. I think there's all this mirror-like surface. Screws up with the focus. That one is an uncommon for the Crimson Dynamo. Let's put the uncommons over here. And the last one, Senator Robert Kelly, or President Kelly now in the X-Men universe, in the X-Men cartoon universe, which is also a common. So we have all of these commons. I put the uncommon ones. I'm sure I have missed some uncommons over here as well. And let's see, we're done with the first 4 packs. Let's continue. Next for Titan. This must be a common. Common card with Titan. Then we have Vulcan. Vulcan, the lost brother of Scott and Alex Summers. That's also a common. Don't think he's really shown up in the series yet, though. The Shi'ar Empire. Gladiator, Deathbird, Araki, Lilandra. Rather than just sitting there, apparently listening to Xavier. Cable finally revealed on X-Men 97 to be Nathan Summers. Don't think it was disclosed in the original series. And that one is a rare as well. We have 2 rares and a Dazzler. Dazzler as a common. Okay, let's carry on. Because of so many cards per pack, 5, this really does give you a fair value, I think, for your for the price, even though the boxes again are expensive. So that was like 150, 160 bucks. Okay, Puck, another Alpha Flight character, same with North Star. Also in the same vein of just trying to explain, to backpedal from just having an openly gay and AIDS-infected character on Alpha Flight. Here Pox, who is a dwarf, then they just explain it as, no, he's not really a dwarf, he's a normal-sized man who's been hexed. Yeah, the Alpha Flight went through like some very weird like editorial mandates, and then they had to backtrack back as well and say like, no, you know, he's like a short person. Like, yes, and he has pains and shit because that's one of the possibilities that can happen when you suffer from that condition. And that one is a common as well. Well, I'm glad at least they retcon all that nonsense. The Goblin Queen, Madeleine Pryor, making her appearance on X-Men 97 too. Forge. And Morph right there. Forge is an uncommon. I don't know where I put the uncommon ones. I think, are these uncommons? No, those are rares. Uncommons I'll just put over here. Morph and Moira McTaggart. These are commons, uncommons. Some of these are not very pristine for such like an expensive box. They have like some stuffing on the sides over there. All right, we are halfway there. Another Moira McTaggart. That is a dupe in the same box. How annoying. That is exactly the same, right? Because I know sometimes have like different colors and tiers, but no, that is exactly the same one. First dupe in one box, always annoying. Oh, interesting. This one is a big card with glob. That is just all one card. So this one is multi-leveled, multi-tiered. He has like the frame on the outside and then like a little screen on the inside. So that box only had 2 cards in, right? Yep. With this glob, which takes the spot of 4 other cards. And I'm going to assume this is going to be a one-off in the set. I don't think we're going to get another one of those. Alright, well that took us part of this lot of 4 other cards. It's not a very popular character though. Here's a Jean Grey. That one is also a common. In the base set. Callisto, our leader of the Morlocks. Bested by a storm in combat for the leadership of the Morlocks. And another one of these greatest hits, Magneto and Rogue. I really like the, I think it was episode 5 on X-Men 97. When they had like that whole dance thing and then the Omega Sentinel attacks. Very cool. Iron Man. A man also from that old cartoon series. In a very goofy looking suit, I think. That one is an uncommon. And Boom Boom. Boom Boom of X-Force fame. That is a common one. Alright, so we're down to the last pile. Now we have 4 left. 4 of this pack left. Flash Thompson? Yeah, Flash Thompson from Spider-Man animated series. Which is also a common. Mojo. Looks pretty cool. Another common one, another Boom Boom. Yeah, that is annoying. 2 of those. Sean Cassidy. Banshee. Dressed sort of like Dracula right there. And another one of these destroyers. Bastion. The Sentinel. That one is a common too. Interesting. I would assume all of those would have. Because it looks exactly like that one, right? Except for the background. This is copper color, this one's silver. One is common, one is uncommon, so I guess that doesn't make a difference. And alright, let's take a look at the last 3. Gladiator, another Shi'ar. Some of these are a bit, for the first one especially, stuck together. And that is Sunspot and Jubilee, right? It has like season 1, episode 4 for X-Men 97. Roberto da Costa and Jubilee. Wolverine Warrington, the Archangel. And common one too. Ooh, a Wolverine. Wolverine. Which is a common. And then Carl Dente. The Friends of Humanity, I take it, from the series. Which is also a common. So all the ones here were commons, right? Oh, an uncommon one. Common, and then your greatest hits. Sunspot, or Roberto da Costa, and Jubilee. Alright, the last 2. So we'll pull the last 2. Sentinel, we had the Master Mold before, now we have a regular Sentinel. Now these look very goofy, but man was I happy when I saw those on a cartoon. At first just seeing, oh my god, it's a Sentinel. The very first episode of X-Men had the Sentinels. The Night of the Sentinels, it was a two-parter. Trish Tilby, sometimes Beast's girlfriend and TV reporter or journalist. Another Mojo. Mojo post diet mode. And a second one of this Uncanny. This one is not numbered, but this is like the Storm one that we saw earlier. That's gonna be a short print. Short print Beast. But we did get one number card. And Marrow. Don't know what's happened to this character recently. I don't think I've seen her in the comics for a very long time. But I did like her a lot when I saw her in the initial comics. I think she was originally a villain on the Generation X comic series drawn by Chris Bacalo, and he is a very good artist. So that's pretty awesome. Then she made it into the X-Men and had a bit of a rivalry with Wolverine. Then was drawn by Carlos Pacheco, and also very good renditions. Okie dokie, Cyclops, the perennial X-Men leader, also a common card. Starbolt, also from the Shi'ar. That one has the interesting orange border instead of the usual mirror-like. But yeah, Starbolt. This year, card 75. This is going to be a very big base set. Jubilee. This one is like that Storm that we had here. Not a serialized one, just like a special one. Or the ones we're going to get 2 per box, I'm assuming. But yeah, not serial. Bastion again. In a less fucked up form here. With his face still. Uncommon card. And then Glob. Glob again. Glob, which is a common. So that's it for all the regular boosters. I mean, that's it for all the boosters. There's no other booster special here. I need to figure out what those theme mean. Okay, so let's take a quick recap. So I think in terms of special ones, I mean, that one is a rare. I think we pulled that under the few rares. So just probably misplaced them. Or whether it's 2. Whether it's 2 rares. So yeah, that one is a rare. So I think at least 2 rares. They don't really feel noticeably different from the other ones, so except they maybe a bit more gold, but still have like the same frame. And I don't know if like the yellow color is special or not. Okay, but we have those. Then we got 2 of these. Two of these, like Topps Finest with Jubilee and Storm. That one is 3 and this one's 8. No idea how many of those there are. Then we had also 2 of these, the Uncanny cards with Storm and Beast, also not serialized. That is short print. But you know, this sort of makes me think, because they are the same format in the back, that maybe there's another version of this, not like card number 97, which is a Beast, which is the exact image, but it doesn't have like the Uncanny one. So it would basically be yeah, like you have the base set and then the like this special edition set with all the Uncanny ones. That is my assumption, though. I don't know if that's the case. And then, yeah, we got this one, which is the serialized set, 56 out of 97. Oh, when the light hits it on the right angle, it's very easy to see. And this one, also, this is a different number, right? So FSP number 9, short print. So I'm going to assume this one is 1 per box as well. And then of course we have all the other horizontal ones. They're not all the same though. A bunch of the greatest hits and a bunch of the previously the X-Men. And then this one, which I would assume, I would assume this is also 1 per box, this Glock card. SS number 20. So there's going to be quite a few of those, right, if you have to complete the set. And there's probably some information here that I have not really looked at in detail, but I'm sure that... oh yeah, it does say packs with special insert may contain less cards. But yeah, we'll try to find out how many cards are actually in this set. 2 gold cards per box, which I'm assuming are those 2. But honestly, unclear. So then, if this is a gold card, is there a non-gold card version of this that is also a rare, but it's not like gold? I wonder. But yeah, I'll do a bit of digging on this as well, because I think it's very likely I'm going to buy another box or 2 of this, because honestly they're pretty cool. I do like even the base set. I would like to complete at least the base set. So the base set seems pretty nifty. But I would definitely look and see how many cards there are. But you know, it's like 5 cards per pack. Most of them are going to be from the base set, so it should hopefully not be horrible to complete that. And I'll take a look at, you know, what is the deal with those, and with the signature ones, and all of this, and how many there are. But yeah, overall, I think honestly I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's a pretty solid set. It has been a while since I've seen a like a fully licensed Western trading card set that I liked. But this does bring me a bit of hope. So I think I am going to, well, I'm going to open the Marvel Chrome 2025 box that I got next, and then I'm probably going to buy a few more boxes of at least this set, and maybe some of the other new ones as well. I did see one from the base of the X-Files that I really want to get. But yeah, that was it for this set. I hope you enjoy this. As per usual, please remember to hit that subscribe and like buttons, and join us on Discord and the Whatnot live stream for box openings. All of those links are in the video description. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon.